I'm still in shock, man. I can't believe the Vikings actually went ahead and signed Dalton Risner yesterday. But I feel like you need to make at least one more move. This should not be the end game. Don't pop the champagne just yet if you're the Vikings front office. There's still more work to be done. However, the reality is adding any players at this point, we are 2 games into the season, headed into week 3. Adding players at this point is the equivalent of going to Best Buy at 4 p.m. on Black Friday. All the 75-inch screen TVs are gone. You just have to work with whatever's left. Over the Cap has the Vikings with $12.2 million in cap available, but that doesn't include the Risner signing. I saw that he signed a 1-year deal, $4 million. So I'm going to err on the side of caution. Every cent that you pay a player at some point will show up on the cap. So err on the side of caution. Subtract $4 million from that. And I'm just going to say roughly $8.2 million in cap available for Minnesota. You don't necessarily want to spend it all. You want to save some for a rainy day as well as potential bonuses. So I'm going to say realistically, you can make one more move. On the offensive line, after Risner, you've got Brian O'Neill at right tackle. Bradbury with a back issue. Who knows how long he's going to be out, but I like Austin Schlottman a lot. So right tackle, center, I think you're good. And I spoke on this yesterday after or reacting to the Risner signing, saying, well, you know what, potentially Risner could play left guard. I take that back. I don't want to see Ed Ingram ever again on the field. He's done. So with that, if we're going to say that Risner is going to be the right guard, you're looking at left guard, because I don't believe Ezra Cleveland, that's just not in his game, as well as left tackle, man. And in fact, let me go a little bit further than that. With Christian Darrisaw having an ankle issue, all this time when we're talking about big contracts, big money for these 3 players, it's been who? TJ Hawkinson, Justin Jefferson, and Christian Darrisaw. Full stop on Christian Darrisaw. I'm not content creators. The rest of y'all can do whatever y'all want. But me, I don't want to talk about big record-breaking money for Christian Darrisaw until he can prove that he can be consistently available to play on the football field. We're 2 games in. I don't think he played. I know he was active for the Eagles game last Thursday night, but did he actually play? This has been an ongoing issue for him. So until he can prove that he can be durable enough, I don't want to talk about the next big contract for him. I just don't. So you have to plan ahead, get ahead of it, and assume that, okay, maybe he's going to be out for a while. Anything you get from him is a bonus. I went up and down the list of potential free agents right now. Jason Peters, that could have been an okay signing, but he signed with Seattle, I believe, 6 days ago. And man, this would have been a no-brainer. Taylor Lewan, you want to talk about a potential slam dunk, but the problem is I've seen his content that he does for Barstool Sports. He is not in football shape at all. The man is lean as hell. He looks more prepared to play basketball than football at this point. I would honestly take a chance and I know they signed David Kessenberry, but I would take a chance with Ezra Cleveland moving over to left tackle, have Blake Brandel play left guard. And I know it's a big risk, but David Kessenberry, you don't really know what you have with him. Basically, any signings that you make for the offensive line at this stage, post Risner, is for depth and nothing more. Now, as for Ezra Cleveland, yes, he played left tackle in college. The thing is, he's been playing, this is his 4th year now. So for now, in his 4th season, he's been conditioned to play inside. Can he all of a sudden, now the good thing is he's at left guard, so just move over on that same spot over to the left tackle spot. Can he channel what he used to do in college. I would rather do that than say, okay, let's trust that Kessenberry can protect Kirk Cousins' blind side. So I don't think there are any moves that you can make for starters anyway for the offensive line at this point, but for defensive line, absolutely. Against Philly, Nick Sirianni basically said to the Vikings, hey, we're going to run the ball and we dare you to stop us. And the Vikings, they couldn't do anything about it. They don't have the personnel at this time. And the thing is, Harrison Phillips did not look great Thursday night. I think he's a good player. I just don't think he's a nose tackle. He's better off as a 3-4 defensive end. Now, if you want to sign a nose tackle, someone you can sign off the street right now and plug him in at the nose, Linval Joseph, I think he could be serviceable right now. If not, otherwise, if you want to add a 3-4 defensive end, Akeem Hicks and Ndamukong Suh, it's not great, but it's better than, say, Dean Lowry, who I said at the time, I don't get this signing at all. Packers Nation, they were celebrating when he was gone. If you're going to make a move, this shouldn't be the end-all, be-all as far as we signed Dalton Risner. Yay, all our problems are solved. You're going up against the Chargers. They like to run the ball, whether it's Austin Eckler, if he's healthy enough, or Joshua Kelly. They are going to run the football. Every team that you face from this point on, they are going to run the football heavy until you can prove that you can stop it. That, to me, is the biggest concern left for this team. You need to add someone on the defensive line, whether that, and I think it's only going to be one player, whether it's Linval Joseph, Ndamukong Suh, or Akeem Hicks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below.